Hello, everybody. I am Nofk, and I am the greatest. I will be reacting to Vita Carnis. I watched part of it like a year ago, and I don't remember anything except that I thought it was cool. So, Vita Carnis Analog Horror Time. Warning: the video talks about and shows imagery of graphic content like gore, violence, death, flashing lights. Why are you a different color? Viewer discretion is advised. Discretion. Oh yeah. If you have epilepsy, maybe don't watch this. Please, don't die. Load. Oh. Huh. And also,
Earth, life has thrived for millions of years.
Any ads I see,
Creatures big and
I'm
small
sorry,
have
they're
found
not
ways
mine.
to adapt and evolve to flourish in all types of environments.
They're theirs.
From barren wastes to lush forests, life can be found. Earth has homed these creatures since the dawn of life itself.
Evolution.
Only until very
Is that
recently,
Mars?
things have changed. New life forms have appeared all around the globe and
bit
completely
like Mars, I'm
changing
not
the
gonna lie.
balance of nature and what we know about evolution itself.
Ooh.
That is why
Beans.
we, at National
Meat
Living
beans.
Meat Research, have been
Hell yeah,
studying
meat
these
beans.
new species, trying to help educate everyone about
Meat
these creatures
beans.
and their wondrous ways
I'm
of
going
life.
to name you Jeff.
First, what are these new life forms?
Squeak.
Since their explosive arrival across the globe in 1931, there has been much debate on what these newcomers are and where they came from. Are they extraterrestrials coming to invade Earth? Or are they demons who come from hell to purge humanity?
Nah, they're meat
From
beans.
what our scientists have discovered, no. The origins of these creatures are solely to Earth, miraculously out of nowhere. We don't know why or how, but one thing is for certain, Earth is now their home.
Cool.
What these creatures are is mysterious
Are
and
they
still not well known today.
edible?
But here is what we do know.
Do they
These
scream in
creatures are
agony
comprised
when
mainly
you
of muscle
eat them?
tissue, organs, and bones.
So
They
probably.
greatly resemble animals with no skin, or store-bought meat.
Why aren't they
Because of
already
these
screaming?
characteristics, they have been named accordingly as Vita Carnis. The Carnis species consume decaying, organic matter,
And
but
the
their main
flesh of
diet is
other
composed of
animals.
raw meat, not
Humans are
including their
animals.
Carnis relatives.
Oh, so
The
they're not
Carnis
cannibals.
only appear in places
better
where there
than
is an
some
abundance
humans.
of crawl,
I mean,
which
they're
leads
beans.
to the first
They're better than
creature
all
of the
humans.
Carnis species. The crawl.
Beans are
The
adorable.
crawl is a growth of meaty tendrils that closely resemble the
Crawl.
small intestine, the
It
only
looks like
difference
hands,
being the dark red
like
coloration.
a hand tree.
These
growing
tendrils
hands.
grow in a similar pattern
of
as
meat.
vines, mold, or fungi. A primary stem structure is the host of divisions of other,
It's
smaller
like a
branches.
vein.
In each tendril contains a variety of veins, arteries, and other
Yo,
similar organs
I
used to
predicted
transport
the future.
nutrients absorbed from its surroundings.
They are veins. They're just
The ends
giant
of these tendrils
veins.
are equipped with organelles used to absorb water and organic matter necessary for growth. The source of these organic materials is mainly found in dirt and soil on surrounding surfaces. Using its root-like tendrils, it absorbs the material and processes it into usable energy. Although,
Are
the
they
crawl also obtains energy
yummy?
through another means.
Are they cherry flavored?
Using
or
a sophisticated
strawberry?
form of
They're red.
photosynthesis,
Is it
the
like
dark
candy?
pigmentation of the smaller branches is ideal for absorbing sunlight,
You suck
and
the
therefore
blood
allowing
out of
solar
the
energy
tendril
to fuel the
veins.
crawl's
It
growth.
tastes like strawberries.
Because
like
of its
a-
efficiency,
it's like a
it
meat
thrives
bush.
in almost
No,
all
it tastes
types
like
of
steak.
environments, easily allowing it to spread across the
Dear
world,
God, that's a
and
lot
can
of
be
blood.
found pretty much anywhere.
I don't think there's land anymore. It's just blood.
Its recent inclusion in the ecosystem has caused many major changes in nature's
Esther.
balance. One may assume that the crawl's presence may outcompete any other competitors, but due to its unique life cycle, where old branches fall off and decay into nutrient-rich compost, all forms of life seemingly flourish instead.
Cool.
The crawl's abundance grants plenty of nourishment
It
to
turns
all
into
animals,
worm
from
shit.
plants feeding on the decayed
Hell
crawl,
yeah.
herbivores thriving on increased plant population, and carnivores feeding on both the abundant prey, and are able to eat the crawl as well.
Ooh.
The presence of all these animals leave behind waste, which will be broken down and consumed by the crawl, and the cycle begins again.
Huh.
This form of symbiosis leads to an environment where all
It's
populations
actually
thrive.
really well thought out.
Humanity also uses the crawl to our advantage.
Bro, why are your arms so long?
Because of the supernatural rate of growth and its richness in nutrients, it has been sustainably cultivated into domestic farms.
Wait.
The crawl.
Wait.
Because of the supernatural rate of growth and its richness in nutrients, it has been sustainably cultivated into domestic farms. The crawl is harvested and processed into fertilizer, which greatly increases crop yield and quality.
Huh.
The crawl may also be used as a food source for humans, and
Terrifying.
reliably so. But due to its unkindly appearance and taste, it has yet to reach cuisine standards.
Yeah.
The crawl
I mean,
also plays a
squid
very
doesn't
important
look
role in the
good when
next
people eat
creatures that we
that.
have been studying. Sometimes, in a crawl-populated environment, a node of meat may develop on one of the branches.
Another
This node will
meat?
fall off and grow into a functioning organism, and go to live on as an independent animal.
Oh, it's
This
a meat
leads us to
bean.
the upcoming species that we will
Meat
be
beans
discussing.
come off of the
The first
strawberry
of these
flavored
creatures
blood
are
veins.
the trimmings.
What? Well, that was creepy. Please don't give me an ad.
In Albion, no matter where you go or
And the worst part is I can't edit this out
will
because
accompany
I'm
you
on a
on your
VR.
journey. Perhaps you'll pick the
Ignore
odds.
all of this. It's not me. It's not mine. It's this. Don't copyright me, please. It wouldn't affect me at this stage, but like, don't.
The trimmings.
Trimming.
Trimmings are small
Ignis
animals
Carnis.
that resemble skinned raccoons. They are
Oh,
commonly known to have
God.
a plump body, round head,
Oh, no.
small eyes, nose and ear holes, and
The
an
meat
agape
bean
mouth.
is so much
They are
more
also equipped with a
terrifying than I
diversity of
initially
limbs.
thought.
All individual trimmings are unique, each with a different body shape, number of limbs, and other characteristics.
Yo.
One thing they all share in common is that they are made mostly of meat tissue, and are a maximum of 20 centimeters in length, no larger than a basketball.
I was about to say that's like
Its
basketball
life starts
size.
with its separation from the crawl. It will wonder to find anything that is edible and able to consume.
Nom
Although it
noms.
is an omnivore, being able to hunt meat and forage for plant matter, trimmings are almost entirely scavengers. Their
Really?
diet consists of rotting plants and meat, including, but not limited to, fruits, vegetables, roots, seeds, insects, and
dead
deceased
animals.
animals.
Does that include people?
Although its appearance is unsightly,
just find
it
one,
is a
like,
cowardly
digging up a
creature,
grave somewhere,
only fleeing, screeching,
munching on
and
some-
hiding when threatened.
Some deceased human?
Because of its lack of defensive traits, it lies near the bottom of the food chain, making it easily overpowered and picked off very regularly by predators.
rabbits?
Naturally,
It's picked
its
off by
population would
rabbits?
eventually die out. This is not the case. The crawl constantly produces a large quantity of trimming loads,
terrified.
keeping up their numbers. Naturally, trimmings can be
I
found
know it's only
wherever there is
6:40, but
abundant
it's
crawl.
dark right now.
Trimmings grow at a decent pace, reaching maturity at around 7 months, having a maximum lifespan of 2 to 4 years. Although they are
Well,
plentiful, humanity has no
okay.
proper way to implement
They just
trimmings
die
into
and turn
society.
into compost.
Their overabundance has even considered them pests. Due to them digging through trash bins and
That's-
making excessive noise at night.
Ew.
Besides all of this, some people still keep
Oh.
trimmings as pets
God,
and relatively
no.
domesticate them.
What is
Nuisance or
wrong
not,
with its
trimmings are a wondrous creature. From their plentiful numbers to their skittish nature, they are truly a thing to behold.
No.
The next
They're
species
a
on our
thing
list
that
is
you
the meat snake.
throw off a cliff. A meat snake? No. Okay, no ad. Mistakes were made. Mistakes were made. Alright. Let's do the third one.
The meat snake.
Meat snake?
The meat snake is a worm-like
Like a meat
creature
dragon.
made of a
From
variety of
llamas with
types of
hats.
meat, coated in a transparent, skin-like membrane.
No.
Its size varies during its lifespan,
No.
depending on how much it consumes. When it first separates from the crawl, it is only a few centimeters in length.
What the
Eventually,
fuck?
it will reach an average length of 5 meters. Although,
No.
under extreme conditions, like natural disasters, war, or plague,
What,
can
it
greatly
feeds on the
surpass this
misery of
length.
others?
The meat snake's diet consists entirely of dead animals or parts. A meat snake is incapable of consuming a healthy, living organism.
Well, that's good.
The meat snake
You're not lying to
locates
me,
its
right?
food by using a tongue-like organ covered in sensors to touch and feel its environment. The
So
sensors
it's a
catch particles
snake.
of decaying
It's just
meat,
a normal snake.
notifying the meat snake that there
Except
is
it
food
looks like
nearby.
a bloody...
This process
you know.
shares many similarities
you
to
know.
regular snakes,
I'm not gonna
hence
say
the
it.
meat snake's name. Once it locates the corpse, the meat snake will open its jaw and swallow the entire body whole.
Mhm.
Once the entire body is consumed, the meat snake's stomach will release a variety of chemicals. Some will break down soft tissue like
Chemicals.
skin and the connection points between muscles. Others chemicals will then ferment
Ew.
and preserve the
It makes
tissue to keep it
muscle
from breaking down for as
soup.
long as possible.
It's
After
disgusting.
that, the remaining flesh and bones will move along the meat snake's tract and slowly be implemented into its own structure, extending the meat snake.
Huh.
Unsatisfactory
made
parts
of
like
meat
skulls,
soup?
pelvises, hair, and fingernails will be excreted. Speaking of skulls, the meat snake will take the skull from the consumed organism and use it as its own. Each
What?
meat snake has its own skull, each corresponding to what that one has
no.
consumed. During its lifspan, it will swap or replace these skulls if needed.
Imagine your, like,
A
lover
meat
gets
snake's
eaten
lifespan
by a meat
depends entirely
snake,
on how much a
and
meat
then
snake consumes.
you just see their
The longest
facial
one has lived
structure
for was
in its
28
head.
years.
Because they
The
mentioned
meat snake
keeping
has
these
no
as, like,
predators
pets,
and is immune to
right?
disease due to
Your
its
loved
preserving
one's
chemicals.
one
The only
dies,
significant ways a
it
meat
eats
snake
them,
can die is
and
through
you just see
starvation,
their face
burning, or complete
in its
destruction
head.
of the meat snake's membrane coating. Interestingly, the meat snake is the only
What?
member of the Carnis family that is
It
able
looks
to reproduce.
kind of like an
When a
anteater
meat snake
with
reaches
no
an excessive
limbs
size
that
and
has
is in the
been
conditions to do
skinned.
so, it will commence mitosis, splitting itself in two.
What?
Then the now two meat snakes will go on their separate ways and live on as two distinct
Macromitosis?
organisms.
Yo,
Meat snakes
that's
can only be
cool.
found in moderate temperature climates, not too hot, not too cold.
Oh,
Their
yeah,
population
Alaska,
depends
not too
entirely
cold.
on the amount of corpses available.
I don't know
Where there
how
is
a map
death,
works.
there are meat snakes.
I'm a little dumb.
Humanity will use them to our advantage. Meat snakes are a very efficient and clean way of disposing of any meat products. The preserving
Okay.
fluid within the meat snake's body disinfects the carrion, preventing the spread of disease.
Huh.
Humans use meat snakes in
Almost
butcher
like these
shops
things
as a
are
waste
cleaning
bin,
up the
dispose
planet after
roadkill,
we,
within war on the
mess it up.
battlefield to dispose of festering bodies and parts.
The next thing
and
is
within
gonna,
zoos
like,
to dispose
breathe
of deceased
carbon
animals.
and just, like,
They
by
are
the
extremely
gallon
tame, not
and
caring if any creature is
output
around
oxygen.
them, only
That is
acting
a very
defensively when it is
realistic
within
looking
consuming
photo.
a meal. This
That's
means
like the
they
best
are very
one so
easy
far.
to tame. Overall,
Oh,
meat
that
snakes are a
one too.
marvelous
What
creature with
the
a very interesting
hell?
way of sustaining itself. It is an amazing
Yeah,
experience
that's
to encounter
utterly
one, as long as you
horrifying,
don't
and
mind
I
the
would
smell.
never want one.
Our next creature is the mimic.
Oh, that's fun. Okay, well, I'm gonna have nightmares. Yeah, I'm just gonna have nightmares. I have no words after that. Hey, snakes. Mimic is just gonna... I'm gonna have a heart attack or something. Like, they're gonna show an image of it, and I'm just gonna be like, ugh. Anyways, see you in the next episode when I finish this terrifying ordeal.